Hi, I'm Christina. I'm a yoga teacher at the 500-hour level, and welcome to Kriska Yoga. Today I will be sharing a quick abs and core yoga workout. So this is a sequence of yoga poses that you can do to gain strength and build muscle in your abs and in your core muscles. It's pretty challenging, but also great for beginners. So I really hope that you enjoy this one. So if you're ready, grab your yoga mat and let's get started. So we're going to begin lying flat on your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest, flexing your feet. Hold on to your shins with your arms, wrapping your arms around your legs. If it's more comfortable, you can hold on to your shins in both of your hands. It's up to you. Once you're settled here, relax for a moment. Breathing deeply in and out through your nose. Come to focusing on your inhales and your exhales, and remain here. From here, slowly come to open your eyes. If they weren't already, release your legs from your arms. And we're going to engage our abdominals and our core muscles. So from here, straighten the left leg out. You can point the feet if that's easier for you. It's easier for me to point my feet during these exercises. So we're straightening the leg out, hovering it above the ground, keeping the right leg bent in towards the chest. From here, lift the head and the shoulders up. Bring the hands behind the head and elbows out to the side. Then we're going to twist our upper body, bringing the left elbow in towards the right knee. Hold for a breath, and then shift, twisting in the opposite direction. Switching the legs, bringing the right elbow in towards the left knee, straightening the right leg, hovering it above the ground. Switch back to the other side, and we're going to continue to alternate right and left, keeping the head and shoulders raised and keeping the legs hovering above the ground as well. We'll do this about 8 to 10 repetitions, right and left here, and just continue to move and alternate between the sides. And slowly come to stillness, bend both legs in towards your chest. You can release your head from your hands, bringing it down, and then hug the knees in towards the chest once more. Flex the feet. Hold here for a breath, breathing through your nose. From here, we're going to engage the lower abdominals and work on those. So straighten the legs both up towards the ceiling. Once again, pointing the feet. For me, it helps me to engage the legs a little bit in these activities. So from here, our legs are straight up towards the ceiling. Place your hands flat on the ground. If it helps, you can hold on to the edges of your yoga mat. I like to keep my hands flat on the floor. So from here, we're just going to point the toes and lift them up towards the ceiling, lifting the pelvis off the ground and then gently placing it back down onto the ground. So this is a very small movement. We're working just the low abs here, pulsing, lifting the legs up and bringing it back down. Very gently here with control, so we don't want to slam the pelvis down onto the floor. We're controlling the descent of the legs back down towards the floor, and that's where the work comes in. So lifting up the legs takes work, as well as gently placing the hips back down on the ground. So we're just going to pulse here once again about 8 to 10 times, repeating, and just continue to move with control here, up and down. Okay, good. From here, bend the legs. Once again, hug the knees in towards the chest just for a rest for a moment. Flexing the feet. You can close the eyes if you'd like to relax. Breathing in and out through your nose. And when you're ready, make your way up to a seated position. Feel free to roll to the side and press yourself up, or rock back and forth as I did here. And from here, we're coming to a hands and knees position. So we're on our hands and knees. Knees are hips distance apart. Hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Spread all of your fingers wide on the ground, and we're bringing our spine to straight or neutral. So our spine is in one straight line from the top of the head all the way down to the tailbone. From here, we're going to take something called Tricky Cat. So when you're ready, engage your abdominal muscles and lift your right leg off the ground. Foot is flexed behind you, and you want to keep that leg in line with your spine. So be aware that you're not raising the leg up too high or keeping it too low. You want to keep it in line with the back. So from here, keeping your heel facing the ceiling and your toes facing the ground. When you're ready, engage those abdominals once more and raise the left arm out in front of you. Palm is facing the center line of your body, energy in your fingertips. And you're continuing to look down towards the floor in order to keep your spine in a straight line. So from here, this is a balancing pose. So if you fall out of it, don't worry. It's totally natural. Just come right back into the pose when you're ready. And we're just going to hold here, engaging our abdominals here, and breathe. And from here, gently set the arm and the leg back down onto the ground, and we'll come to the other side. So lifting the left leg up, flex the left foot, heel is facing the ceiling, toes are facing the ground. Your leg is in line with your back. Once you're ready here, engage those abdominals and raise your right arm out in front of you. Palm is facing the center line of your body. Fingertips are engaged and reaching forward. You're looking down towards the floor. And once again, if you come out of the balance, if you happen to fall, that's totally fine. Just come right back into the pose when you're ready and hold here. Place your hand down onto the floor, place your leg back down, and from here we'll take a plank pose. So just as if you're about to do a push-up, if you're not familiar, that's plank pose. So your hands are still shoulders distance apart, all your fingers are spread wide on the ground. You're going to straighten one leg at a time, bringing the balls of your feet to the ground. And from here we're going to hold plank. It may seem like a simple pose and we're just holding the pose. However, plank pose is a full body workout. So you're working basically all of the muscles in your body, especially your core. Now, just as we did in Tricky Cat, we want to keep our spine in one straight line, and our whole body is in a straight line from the top of the head all the way down the spine, down the legs, to the heels. Just hold here for a few more deep breaths. And from here, drop the knees down onto the floor. We're going to rest in child's pose for a moment. Touch the big toes together. Sit onto your heels, separate your knees apart, and then drop the torso down, bringing the forehead to the floor. Reach your arms out in front of you and bring the forehead down. Breathe here in your child's pose for a moment. From here, going to come back into plank and hold plank for a few more deep breaths. So bringing your hands right underneath your shoulders, straighten one leg at a time, and coming into plank once again. Just as we did before, holding plank for a few deep breaths, looking down, keeping your body in one straight line from the top of your head all the way down your whole body to your heels, and hold here. Drop the knees down onto the floor, and we're going to come to a seated position. Swinging the legs around in front. The legs are in front of the body, and we're sitting up tall. So from here, we're going to take a modified boat pose, also known as Navasana. So bringing the torso on a slight diagonal backwards, keeping the spine straight, we're going to be bringing our body into a V shape. Now this is a modified Navasana, so we're going to keep our legs bent. Now bringing the legs up, raising one leg at a time. I like to keep my toes pointed, my feet pointed for this one. Shins are parallel to the ground. Once your legs and your torso are settled, reach your arms out in front of you, energetically reaching the hands forward. Now we're going to alternate tapping the toes down, right and up, left and up. Now we're keeping the rest of your body stable and just tapping the toes down, just moving the legs from the knee down so the rest of your body stays. Just alternating right and left, about 8 to 10 repetitions here. And last one. And then come back upright, cross your shins in front of you, sitting up tall in Sukhasana or easy pose. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. On your exhale, come to a forward fold. Walking the hands forward, looking down. As much length in your spine as possible here in your forward fold. So if you need to be up here, that's totally fine as well, as long as you're not overly rounding the back. You want to keep as much length in your spine as you can. Just relaxing here, breathing deeply. So you make your way up to a seated position once again. We'll come back to our Navasana, or modified Navasana. Once more, lifting the shins up, bringing the torso back on the diagonal. Once everything is settled, reach your arms out in front of you, and we'll repeat our toe taps. Alternating right and left, gently and lightly tapping the toes down. Keep reaching your arms forward. Repeat this about 8 to 10 times. And good, last one. Hug the legs back in, cross the opposite leg in front this time, or relax in Sukhasana or easy pose on an inhale. Lengthen the spine, exhale, forward fold once again. Reach your arms out, looking down. Relax here for a moment. Make your way up out of your forward fold. We'll take a quick twist here, bringing the left hand to your right knee, your right arm behind you on the ground. Inhale, use your hands to help you lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist your upper body around to the right. Looking as far behind you as you can. Continue to breathe here in your twist. With each inhale that you take, lengthen the spine a little bit more. With each exhale, twist a little bit further, being very gentle with yourself, and remain here. Slowly unwind, come back to the center. We'll twist in the opposite direction, bringing the right hand to the left knee, left arm behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine up. Exhale, twist around. To the left, looking as far behind you as you can. With each inhale, continue to lengthen your spine, sitting up taller. With each exhale, twist a little bit more, remaining here. Slowly unwind, coming back to the center. Now you can feel free to take a Shavasana here. I highly recommend doing Shavasana. It helps to initiate the parasympathetic nervous system in your body, helping to relax your muscles, helping muscle recovery, and all of the good things that comes along with that. So I highly recommend doing Shavasana if you have the time. If not, you can meet me here in a cross-legged position. Easy pose. Bring your hands to your legs, sit up tall, close your eyes for a moment. Begin to deepen your breath once again, breathing in and out through your nose. And bring your hands to meet at the center of your chest. Bow your head to your fingertips. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this class. If you liked it, give the video a like. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page, Kriska Yoga, for lots of yoga resources from me. And I will see you next time for another yoga class.